everyone, I'm Erik Burns with Bullzeye Outfitters, and today I'm going to teach you how to blow a duck call. This is going to be a demonstration on just how to master the quack and the air presentation you need to put into the call in order to achieve the quack. Everything with duck calling, besides feed chatter, it evolves around the quack. If you can't do a basic quack, you won't be able to run the call at all. And the two basic things that I see people do as the biggest mistakes, I should say, will be grunting into the call or just simply blowing into the call. You don't really want to grunt into the call. That's not the correct air presentation. You'll never hear anyone that knows how to really blow a call well grunt into the call. If you do hear someone doing that, they're not doing it correctly. And if you were to follow their lead, you're actually holding yourself back from all the potential a call can really do. So what I'm going to emphasize on today is opening your throat. That throat needs to be opened. Diaphragm needs to be wide open. You need to get that air deep from inside of your chest. You know, get it as, if you can go below your chest, it's great. The deeper you can go with that air, the better. The more open you can get that throat. And to open your throat is the same concept of trying to get the air to fog up a mirror or a window. You open up your mouth, trying to get that deep, hot air to get that fog out. Well, not fog, but you know what I mean. Anyway, there's going to be some mistakes in this video, so I'm not going to go through and edit all this. So we're going to keep it real. So anyway, if you can master the quack, you'll be able to operate a duck call really well. There's all sorts of different types of duck calls on the market. I prefer a J-frame style duck call, which is simply just an Arkansas style duck call. They're easier for me to tune. They're not super hard to master, but they can be a little difficult. So it just really depends. And then of course the argument of single reed, double reed. You know, if you could start with a single reed, that's what I would suggest, because once you master a single reed, you can pretty much run any other J-frame style call you can run into. So for today's demonstration, I'm just using a double reed duck call. Yeah, go ahead and make fun of me, I don't care. I'm not biased. I kill ducks. Double reeds kill ducks. Single reeds kill ducks. They have a place for, they have their time and place. I keep both on my lanyard. So that's an argument for another day. Okay, so let's get the show on the road. First, we're going to go over just real quick how to hold a duck call. Just going to hold your hand up like so. You're going to place it between your thumb and your index finger right here. You're just going to wrap your index finger around it. Got these other fingers open. You don't really want to call like that. You want to keep these fingers together. For the simplicity of this demonstration, we're going to keep those hands just away from the call like so, a little bit, fingers together, out a little bit. Once you master the quack doing it like this, you'll be able to learn how to use your hand. That will be for another video on how to do so. That takes some dexterity and practice to get the timing down in order to make this be a benefit to get the notes that you're wanting, or to round the notes off, or to give the call the particular tone you're wanting. You can actually control if you're doing an older or younger hen sound, even by how you open these hands, or how much you open them from the call or choke the call down. So that's a whole nother video. We'll do that another day. The next thing I'd like to go over is how to put the duck call against your lips. I see a lot of people put their entire mouth over the mouthpiece like so, or they hold it really tight up against their lips closed, like they're trying to blow into a trumpet or another type of horn instrument. So the correct way of doing it is pretend your duck call is essentially a cold beer or a good soda if you don't drink beer. Just right out of a Coke can or a beer can. You're just taking a drink out of it. Just pretend it's coming out of a soda can, and just put it right up against your lips, and just you can close your eyes so you can try to imagine it, and just put it right up there. And that's the same way. That's essentially how you do it. I'll get a little closer. You can see how I got my lips to it, just like so, just like that. That's all there is to it. And so that's how you put the call up against your lips. Alright, now let's get down to business. Talking about, trying to fog up a window. So what I'm going to do for right now is I'm going to turn this call around. I'm going to blow into the insert, and just hear the air presentation I put in the call, and I'm going to explain what I'm doing. So here we go. So you're hearing me put that sharp blast of air through the call, and my tongue. So here's my bottom teeth. Here's my tongue right here. My tongue is going to be crimped pretty hard right there by the tip, and locked to my bottom teeth. And as I'm calling, I'm going to use my jaw, and I'm going to close that note off by closing my jaw a little bit and raising that tongue up to about where my top teeth meet my roof of my mouth. So that's where I'm controlling that air at, but I never keep my tongue locked to the top of my teeth, just the bottom teeth. I do that so there's not any obstruction to the air trying to get in the call. It's just a nice straight shot down the tone board of the call and into the reeds. So that's what's really important. I'll do it again. I'm slapping that tongue, cutting that air off real sharp. So there's not any air escaping. I'll turn the call around so you can hear a quack. There it is. That's what it sounds like. But you can hear I'm not grunting anything. I'm not going. You hear people grunt sometimes, but don't grunt. You hear the difference. And then without the grunt. You know, that sounds like a sweet little hen out there just kind of, you know, talking it up. So that's the air you need to put in the call. And it's really hard to explain. It is something you have to practice doing over and over again. And just practice those quacks. Because the quack is everything on a duck call when it comes to hails, greetings, comebacks, all of that. So once you master a quack, you'll be able to start working on those other calls. So just sit there and practice, just over and over again. Just sit at home and drive everyone crazy. And do that over and over again. All day, as much as you can. In your truck, in your car, at work, if you can get away with it, anywhere you can. And then once you practice that, and you start getting that sound, you'll know when you hit it, because it'll be a nice full, it won't sound flat, it'll have a nice tone to it. It'll have several, it'll just be a bold sound rather than just a flat sound like just blowing into the call. That's me not opening my throat, not forcing that air. Once I force that air in there, I'm getting all the note, I'm getting all the you know, goodness out of the call. Then you can go on to your hails and greetings. So that is the principle of blowing a duck call. Is just getting that airflow in there. Open your throat. The more you can open that throat, the more you're trying to push that hot air into that call. And think of it, hot air. The deeper, the hotter it's going to be, the better you can drive that call. And that's really, I mean, that's the best way I can explain it. I mean, there's a lot of people out there trying to, you know, show these magical videos on how to blow a duck call, and they have their own take on it. I've been fortunate enough to have people show me how to blow duck calls who were world-class callers. Some of those are call makers that are making some of the best calls in the world. So